The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Last weekend, Nottingham Forest were walloped 5 goals to nothing against Bournemouth. And this has caused lots of Premier League fans to now start wondering if Bournemouth are true Premier League title contenders or Premier League title pretenders. Well, you might want to say Nuno Espirito Santo's side never did expected the results that they got against Bournemouth. Yes, you might want to say they could have lost point in that game, but losing by a 5-goal margin without scoring a single goal tells so much about this Nottingham Forest side. They might be the giant slayer, defeating Liverpool at Anfield and then also earning a draw in the reverse fixture. But you might want to say this Nottingham Forest side did not prove that they were a Premier League title contender, especially in that game against Bournemouth. So I put it to you, sport fans. Do you think that Nottingham Forest are indeed one of the Premier League title contenders, or maybe they are just a mere Premier League title pretenders? I welcome you to today's edition of the Ensure Zone podcast, brought to you by Bet Ensure. As you know, it's your host on the show. My name is Tim, the Sport Talk High, and we are right here again to give you all our top picks for this week, going into another match week of footballing action. As always, like, subscribe, and share this video for more amazing prediction as always. And don't forget, visit our website at www.betensure to get more tips from different arrays of predictions. We've got halftime, full time, we've got singles, we've got double chance, we've got a correct score, even we've got a straight draw prediction. And also, if you want one advisor to be assigned to you to give you tips every day on how to manage your games and as well how to get the right predictions, you can get everything right here at Bet Ensure. All you gotta do is visit our website at www.betensure.com for all of those ones. Without wasting more time, let's check out our predictions from last week and let's see how we fared. And now getting into the predictions from last week, let's check out how they fared. Well, I'm smiling right now because I'm sure that you're listening to me at the moment. You're viewing me right now. I'm sure that you also smiled last week, because in all of our predictions from last week, I gotta tell you that we got only one wrong. And so I'll be bringing them to you as they happen. In the prediction from the Premier League, we predicted a both team to score between Manchester City and Chelsea. Chelsea scored first, and City replied with 3 goals. That match ended 3-1, which means that our prediction of a both team to score was accurate. And also, we predicted over 23.5 shots towards the goal, or alternative market of over 4.5 saves. Both of them also came fantastically. Meanwhile, from the game involving Wolverhampton Wanderers and Arsenal, we predicted a both team to score. Unfortunately, Wolverhampton Wanderers failed to score, but Arsenal scored a goal, which means that did not happen. We also predicted over 8.5 corner kicks. The game did not get 9 corners, so which means that also was a loss, and that made it the only loss we had from our predictions from last week. Then going into the other predictions from the Spanish La Liga, we predicted a both team to score between Atletico Madrid and Villarreal. That game ended 1-1, which means our prediction happened. And then for the expert prediction as well, we predicted over 3.5 cards or over 21.5 fouls. That game ended with 6 cards in that game, and it also ended with 27 fouls, which was absolutely on point. I can keep going on and on, but let's just take one last prediction from last week, which was also fantastic. In the game involving Napoli versus Juventus, we predicted 1x to Napoli. Napoli won 2-1. Then we predicted under 12.5 corner kicks, which was also perfect. So tell me, which prediction channel or which prediction website gives you absolutely accurate predictions like the Ensure Zone podcast as well as Bet Ensure? No one, right? So I'm sure you're waiting to get a prediction for this week. So let's get started and let's check out our predictions for this week.
Smart to the bank all the time with Bet Insured. Choose Bet Insured.
So now, starting with the predictions from this week, we started as well from the English Premier League. We've got 2 big games coming up this week. The first is Bournemouth taking on Liverpool. We'll call them the new giant slayers right now because Bournemouth trashed Nottingham Forest 5-0 last weekend. And against top team sides in the Premier League, Bournemouth have been fantastic this season. In fact, what a good job it is that Adano Iraola does at Bournemouth right now. You wouldn't say that they have big stars in their team, but they've got these players that are ready for each other. Name them: Antoine Semenyo, Ryan Christie, Justin Kluivert, who's been in fantastic form for Bournemouth right now. Although it is so surprising that they are doing all of this without having strikers. The two strikers that they have, talking about Enes Unal and Evan Newson, are both out injured on long terms. So you ask yourself, how are they doing these things? Well, it's going to be a huge test against the Liverpool, who are at the top of the table. But this time around, at the Vitality Stadium, will Liverpool run again away with all 3 points? I'm not so sure about that. I won't be going for a Liverpool win or a Bournemouth win in this one. Instead, Bournemouth score goals, Liverpool score goals. So I'll be going for goals in this one. I'll go for both teams to score. I see Bournemouth scoring goal, and I see Liverpool as well scoring a goal in this fixture. Both teams to score in the full-time prediction. Then for the full-time result, I see Liverpool taking the win 2-1, just for the correct score sake. Then looking at the ESPN prediction, I'll be going for over 23.5 shots towards the goal, over 23.5 shots towards goal, or the alternative market of over 8.5 corner kicks. Over 8.5 corner kicks. Then looking at the final fixture that we are picking from the English Premier League this weekend, this is, of course, Arsenal versus Manchester City. Well, the position that both teams are right now, maybe they not really give a lot of importance into that. But in recent years, it's always been a fierce battle between Arsenal and Manchester City. They found a way to somehow make it look like a rivalry between both sides. They are meeting again this time at the Emirates Stadium. So what is the prediction for this one? In the full-time prediction, I'll be going for over 2.5 goals. Man City defeated Chelsea heavily last week, 3-1. Arsenal also, they earned a slim win against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 1-0. But on last week's episode, I said teams in the Premier League now should be fearing the resurgence of Manchester City. 2 weeks ago, they trashed Ipswich Town 6-0. Last week, defeated Chelsea 3-1. This time around against Arsenal, do I see Man City taking all the win? So that is why I won't be going for a home win or a away win, but instead I'll be going for goals again, over 2.5 goals from this one, with a full-time result at 3-1 in favor of Manchester City. Then for the expert prediction on this, I'll be going for over 8.5 corner kicks from this, over 8.5 corner kicks, and the alternative market of over 4.5 saves, over 4.5 save from this one. Then away from the English Premier League, let's get into the Spanish La Liga. Yeah, Real Madrid and Barcelona are both in actions, but they're playing against low sides from the Spanish La Liga, which is why I'll be going in this fixture involving Atletico Madrid versus Mallorca. Yes, Mallorca this season, they've been fantastic. They're currently 6th in the Spanish La Liga table. Atletico Madrid as well. In their last 10 games, only one loss for them, and that was against Leganes that happened 2 weeks ago. But it's a huge test against for Atletico Madrid this time around. I think it's a straight one to them. Mallorca might be the dark horses this time around, but I see Atletico Madrid as well still taking the win in this one. But I won't be going for an outright win. I'll be going for a win or draw for Atletico Madrid. 1x for the full-time result, with a full-time score at 2-0 in favor of Atletico Madrid. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for over 12.5 goal kicks. And now going into our first bonus picks for the day, we'll be going into basketball this time. This is the game involving Charlotte Hornets versus Los Angeles Clippers. And this one is straightforward. I'll be going for over 213.5 points for that. So you get this one between 1.56 to 1.65 odds, depending on the bookmaker you use. But if you use 1xBet, which is our official bookmaker right here at Bet and Shot, then you should get that at about 1.56 or 1.60, depending on the time that you are placing this bet. So our first bonus pick for this week, Charlotte Hornets versus Los Angeles Clippers, over 213.5 points. So now going back into our topics for this week, we're now going into the Italian Serie A. This is the big game coming up involving Atalanta versus Torino. Well, Atalanta in the last few weeks now in the Italian Serie A, they've not really been as, the heavyweights that they used to be. In fact, it took them 2 late goals to be able to defeat Como last week before they got a 2-1 win. Matteo Retegui only came to rescue them in the second 45 minutes. Ademola Lookman as well, in 2025, he hasn't been as high scoring and high performing as he was in 2024, which earned him the African Best Player of the Year. But you might want to say that in this game against Torino, Torino hasn't lost in their last 6 games, which means that they have been unbeaten in their last 6 games. They've had both draws and wins. So I think it's going to be a huge test for Atalanta. But will Atalanta struggle to get a win? Yes. Will they get the win? I think they will, but it's not going to come the hard way, which is why I'm going to be giving insurance into my prediction on this one, which is why I'm going for over 2.5 goals, knowing that Torino score goals and Atalanta as well has an habit of coming back. They've got players that could score goals. Matteo Retegui, the Ketelare is there, and they've got Asamoah Lookman as well. So I think this game will produce goals, over 2.5 goals in the full-time prediction, with a full-time score at 2-1 in favor of Atalanta. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for under 12.5 corner kicks. Under 12.5 corner kicks.
Smart to the bank all the time with Bet Insured. Choose Bet Insured.
Then also from the Italian Serie A, we've got the Milan derby coming up this weekend. That is Inter Milan versus AC Milan. Whoa, that's a really huge test. The last time both teams met, that was during the Coppa Italia, where AC Milan actually scored late goals to defeat Inter Milan. That game ended 3-2. But this time around, it is the Italian Serie A fixture, and it always promises a lot of pulsating encounters, promises controversies, promises fouls, promises fights, and all in that fixture. So let's just get straight to the prediction this time around. I see a both team to scoring. Yes, as always, it's always going to happen. We know that both teams share the same pitch, which means they know how to play on that pitch as well. So to score goals is not going to be difficult. So I see both teams to score in that fixture, with the result ending at 2-2 at full time. 2-2 at full time. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for over 22.5 shots towards the goal. But if you want to go for the alternative market, then you can go for over 4.5 saves. Now, finally, from the Italian Serie A, we've got another big game coming up this week, and that is between AS Roma versus Napoli. Napoli are currently the Serie A table toppers right now, and AS Roma as well. Ever since they got the appointment of Claudio Ranieri, it's been a turnaround for them so far. They've not gone a single game without scoring a goal in the Italian Serie A ever since Claudio Ranieri was appointed. And now against Napoli, who came back from a goal to defeat Juventus last week, is going to be another huge test. This time around, Roma at home, but can Napoli try to get something? Yes, because of the factor that Napoli are currently top of the table, I think they will be bringing their resilience into this one. So I think Napoli will snatch a win or a draw from this game. So for the full-time result, I'll be going for Napoli, win or draw, and the slim 1-0 for Napoli in the full-time correct score for Napoli. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for under 3.5 goals. Under 3.5 goals. Or if you don't want to go for goals, then check out the alternative market of over 11.5 goal kicks. Over 11.5 goal kicks. Up next, we got the German Bundesliga fixture. This one involves Stuttgart versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. Stuttgart this season, well, it's been up and down for them. Sometimes you expect them to perform well, they do. Sometimes you expect them not to perform well, they don't. It's always a roller coaster of form for Stuttgart this time around. Then another team that has really been below par is Borussia Mönchengladbach this time in Bundesliga. Sometimes as well, the form is just not so predictable. But of course, we know very well that Bundesliga is a league that loads of goals are being scored in that one. So for Stuttgart, I'll be giving them the home advantage in this one. That is why I'll be going for a Stuttgart win or draw as the full-time result. Then the full-time correct score, 2-1 in favor of Stuttgart. Then for the expert prediction, I'll go for over 23.5 shots towards the goal. Over 23.5 shots towards the goal. Then finally, for our topics for this week, I'll be going to the French Ligue 1, where we've got a game involving Marseille versus Lyon. Marseille versus Lyon. Well, Marseille, as always, I keep saying this on the podcast, they started the season well. But last week as well, I think 2 weeks ago, they were defeated by Strasbourg. Marseille is not showing that doggedness anymore. They're not showing that, spirit that they started the season with anymore. What about Lyon? Lyon also have failed to win a game in their last 4 in the French Ligue 1. So it's between battle of two teams that are struggling currently. Although Marseille's form is not compared to Lyon, Marseille still stands in a better form than Lyon does. So that is what will make me go into a Marseille win or draw in this fixture. 2-1 in the correct score for me. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for under 5.5 cards. under 5.5 cards. Then now for our final bonus pick for this week, I'll be going into ice hockey. This is the game involving Anaheim Ducks versus Montreal Canadiens. This one, I'll be going straight into the prediction for the second period. I'll be going for second period over 1.5 goals. Second period over 1.5 goals. You'll get this one at about 1.65 to 1.7 odds as well. So that is all we'll be taking on the predictions for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're going to share this to your friend as well. So you're not going to be the only person that is going to smile to the bank this week. Thank you so much. Don't forget, visit our website at www.betensured.com. betensured.com. You get more prediction on that one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video for more amazing prediction. Thank you once again to everyone that always view this and always send this to everyone. We appreciate your support and trust. We do not take them for granted. As always, remember, my name is Tim, the Sports Talker at Radio the Unsure Zone Podcast. We just do not predict the future. We enjoy it. I'll see you next week, Friday. Bye for now.